'Twas the night before Christmas, but things seemed askew. Not a soul would come near him for fear of Wu flu. The land was on lockdown with fright in the air, and St. Nick was seen nowhere, his hide nor his hair. The children were nestled all snug in their rooms, with naught in their heads, since school was on Zoom. And Grandma with her ventilator slept in some fear. In Cuomo City, her last worry was being run down by reindeer. When down in the lobby, with Christmas replete, his ears detected a sound from outside on the street. Who's there, he wondered aloud to himself, but as he donned PPE, he bumped into an elf. "Hello," said the elf, eyeing the mask o'er his mouth. "I came from the pole, the north, not the south. Santa sent me to check," and he glanced at his list, "for he said there must be aught that we missed." With a squirt of hand Sanny towards the elf, who said, "Now see," the man glimpsed a troll stealing Christmas. Was it Grinch, or was it Fauci? "Your account," said the elf, "it was flagged for review. The marker now says you are bad, level 2. You've mandated masks, contrary to science, pushed distancing, quarantine, and formed an alliance with some horrible tyrants whose mantra appears to be rules for thee, but not rules for me. Who've closed dining and schools and made dating rules out of reach, arrested a surfer alone at the beach in the name of a virus so woke that it knows not to infect BLM rioters." The elf suddenly froze. The hypocrisies number too many to count. Who shuts down dining and then himself dines out? "Newsom," he muttered, "is the answer I seek," although Nancy also got herself a hair salon treat. A glare from the man, and the elf shrunk half his size, a frightened yet stern light in his eyes. "I think our dear Santa should see for himself." And with that and a poof, all that was left was the shelf. And then, as the man sprayed Lysol and went, a gentler voice sounded with kinder intent. "My friend," said St. Nick, "I stopped by tonight to speak with you specially regarding your plight. You masked a tot flying, ignoring her scream. This," said Santa, "is not pleasing to me. You pull up a gaiter to cover your mouth when you're running in public with no one around. The lockdowns, they're deadly. 15 days was bossy. Normally that marks you down on my list as naughty. But I heard you were fearful, and I was sorry to hear that somebody lied and told you no Christmas this year." His eyes were kind beneath his red sack, and he said, "Liberty once lost cannot be gotten back. But instead of the stocking all filled up with coal, I'm leaving you a project, a task, a goal." The man paused his flight, feeling weak at the knees, and Santa pulled out a chair. "Sit," he said, "please. We must remember, no matter how gray, just why we celebrate this great Christmas day. For one was sent to us from above to show us in hard times how to live, how to love. He was born just a babe, but he gave himself in so we might live in joy up in heaven with him. And that," said Santa, "is joy we cannot lose, whether we're grumpy or busy or scared of Wu flu." Santa finished his work, gave the man a pat on the head, and walked to the porch where he'd parked his red sled. His elf sat on the back, his arms crossed on his chest, and he stuck out his tongue at the man without jest. But the man heard the message from jolly St. Nick, and inside him a joy bubbled up from the quick. As the sled slipped away, he waved and smiled to the elf. "Happy Christmas," he called, "from he who gave us himself."